What's happening, my peoples? And I go by name the Sorcerer. I'm here to give you a reading. Oh, before I even, pardon my manners, before I even start shuffling, I've got these calling cards. I'm now going to shuffle these calling cards to figure out the theme of the reading, which is very important to me. Okay? Right, I'm going to shuffle these. Let's see. Let's see what's happening. Right. I'm going to spread these calling cards, and I'm just going to pick intuitively. What lessons are you learning right now? What lessons are you learning right now? Right. That's the theme for today, for the reading. All right. Let's start and let's begin. If it resonates, I hope it helps. If not, send it back to the universe. Energies are fluid. We keep on shining and we stay rising. So let's see what's happening. All right. Do a couple more shuffles and we go from there. Lovely. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Now, I'm now going to be shuffling these cards, and I'll tell you what lessons you are learning right now. Lovely. I'll tell you if you just give me one moment, and well, I've got a gist of the idea of it through my intuition, and I'm going to tell you anyway. And it's, long story short, it's you overcoming a heartbreak and what is perceived to be somebody of a soulmate initially is somebody of a karmic contract. And I'm just letting you know that there is an area in your life that you've overcome. You've overcame a certain heartbreak. So you've got to start with the Three of Swords, followed by the Six of Wands, and intuitively that's you overcoming your heartbreak of a past situation that at the start would have, for you would have thought they were your soulmate, and I believe that was a break of a karmic cycle. You got the Lovers card, Gemini energy, followed by the Three of Wands, and you've now got the foresight looking back over the situation, and you're sometimes when you're too close of a situation, you're actually not seeing the clear picture as we speak. And the most beautiful thing is that you've taken a step back during this process, and you've analyzed the situation, and you're really, really looking within yourself, because you know taking a step back is also you reflecting and looking internally and having the presence of mind saying, I am in the process of dealing with this certain heartbreak. The present feeling right now is of sadness. I'm going to just take a step back and figure out what I'm going to do and heal myself. And that you have. I believe I know you was in this position where there was a lot of attention happening towards this situation, and you've taken that step back and you're seeing this as a great release because there was a lot of pressure, there was a lot of eyes towards you, and became very unhealthy. You wanted to protect your energy and protect your space, and by you taking a step back, you've alleviated any pressures and any sort of illusions that you've created during that time of a breakup. The first feelings of a breakup and breaking up with somebody is horrific. It's heartache. Now you're looking at it as your transformation, you getting back to you thriving and you shining, as opposed to when you was feeling down in the dumps. And now you've put yourself, you stepped up, and then you've dusted yourself off, excuse me, and now you're walking into this new path in your life, and you've learned. I think what I see is you're taking a step back because you don't want to um, you're not ready to take any sort of major decisions right now. I think with the Magician card is you're just manifesting on self improvement, and then the rest will follow. You in the position of the Fool in reverse is any sort of major decisions. You're just gonna take a hold, and I think that's a very very wise decision because it's about you healing and being present in this moment in time, and being present. Just see what I see through you being present is I'm now going to say, I'm going to take a chill. I'm actually going to listen to myself. You don't want any confrontations with the five of, of wands. You don't want the noise. You've stepped away from the noise and you said, there's enough is enough. I need to look after myself. I need to make sure that, I need to be on my purpose with the King of Swords. The masculine energy of the King of Swords is that you understanding your truth. And the truth is that you are looking at things from a step back and you're looking at it from a rational point of view. The truth of the matter is that um, you're not completely healed, and you're still healing, and you're in the process of healing, and that's just part of your journey. And your purpose now is to heal. Anything more than that, you're not thinking. You're not thinking um, beyond that. You're thinking, I must get my shine back, and that's what my intuition is telling me. I think there's the advice I'm giving you from the lessons is, if you are in the process of feeling isolated during this time, use your intuition, uh, journal, look at the light and dark, the polarities of what's happened between the situation. The darkness is giving you strength. The shadow gives you strength. The light gives you the optimism, hope, light, and you using your intuition is going to strengthen where you are going to go in terms of your pathway. But if you need to speak to somebody, please, I urge you to speak to someone, being that a friend, close friends. And don't purposely, shut yourself in the door and shut yourself in a room and you're feeling, depressed. Be proactive. It's okay to be alone, but know that if you need to speak to somebody, have your friends and speak to the people that you love and journal and express these feelings. So now is about being present and dealing with these things, because you've got your confirmation with the Two of Cups in reverse, followed by the Eight of Swords. And I find it interesting because while you was in a relationship, I think you're looking back and you've learned from this lesson is that it held you down, it was unhealthy, it was a karmic contract, it restricted you, it didn't let you grow, and you had to remove the swords that was there. And now that you're actually realizing that you're growing. You're in the process of absolute transformation. You've decided that in this time you want to free yourself of that. Before, the initial part was the heartbreak, and the lesson you learned from there is that, you know, you're dealing with self, but now it's the release. You're ready for the release. There is a essence of you having that whole move rather than moving away from negativity. You're realizing that you are looking at yourself within to alchemize and change, and that's essentially going to transcend you and transform you with the wheel of fortune. Closely at the wheel of fortune at the time, and you know about timing, and it's going to be your time. It not if but when you're going to alchemize and change and transform. I think at the end of the day, you wasn't living. You've learned that in your lesson that you wasn't living your most authentic self. Being with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, in the reverse, is the non-authenticity of yourself, and knowing that the truth lies by cutting away from who you was, and we're now transforming of who you are now. You've cut the cord. You're using your intuition of knowing your own truth, and the truth of the matter is that wasn't your happiness. You, there was this false state of security where you were covering the cracks, excuse me, and what I feel intuitively is like that's the reason why it's ended the way it was, because you weren't living your most authentic self. You wasn't happy. Yes, you was. As I cut the deck, you got the devil card. You know, you was living a life where it was just holding you down, and the cycle was just going to continue. If you continued, it would have been another cycle of a karmic contract. You know, the pair of you really was bringing yourselves to a lower vibration nature, you know, and it was now a burden of stress between the pair of you. It was good that you guys released, because at the end of the day, it was just going to cause toxicity in your relationship. There was a time in your period you realized that there was a light bulb moment within yourself with the Four of Cups, and that was the essence of you understanding that you're better off alone. And you had signs and synchronicities with the Hierophant. You had moments in your life where you realized that, you know, enough's enough. I'm listening to my intuition. I'm listening to my dreams. And with the Page of Swords, as I cut the deck again, you know, you've cut the cord. You've cut the cord, and you realize that what you had before wasn't your most authentic self. You weren't happy. At the end of the day, you wasn't happy. And you cut a couple more. And then you've got the Courage. As you can see with the Strength card, the angelic nature that could be your friend, you know, of, you know, understanding that you needed this time, and they were there to give you that support and courage. And also it's a reflection of you with the angelic being. Your understanding of how you want to live your life has given you the courage of setting yourself free from a bond that wasn't self-serving to you with the Two of Cups. And you want to live your best life, a happier life, a life that you can foresee, as opposed to somebody dimming your shine. You want to illuminate, and now you're taking this voyage on your own of self-healing at the moment in time, which is going to give you a much more abundant future. You're going to elevate, and I'm sure that there's going to be somebody there that's going to meet, and not only meet but flourish your flourish you know um and the beautiful moment is, even when you're just focusing on yourself and you're illuminating and you're raising your vibrations, there's going to be multiple options for you. But do you understand it's in your time? The King of Cups is about you having the focus of emotion, getting yourself a control of emotions from a masculine point of view. It doesn't matter gender, it's not gender specific. Um, and it's about you having emotional maturity during this time, and not to be, you know, complacent or react emotionally. It's about you being in control of your emotions. You understanding that with the masculine approach of yourself, the masculine approach, It's the purpose, the vision, the planning, you know. And the Queen of Wands is the final uh, card that I'll put out in terms of your lesson, which is it's going to give you that fire in your belly, creative. Like in terms of being a creative, you're going to go back on your throne as you should. And with the black cat, the connection with the black cat and the queen is your connection with the universe. Listen to signs and synchronicities. Yes, it was a Tao moment because the Nine of Swords is the indicator for the next step, which is the Tao moment. You was in distress. You're going through your own transformation. You're going through a period of rising from the ashes as you were the phoenix, and now you are going to transform. The lessons that you are learning is not somewhat, it's essential because it's going to give you character fortitude, growth in your journey. As I cut the deck again, I shuffle. The Tower card was just an indicator of your transformation. You weren't living your best life. You was cheating yourself over. You was cheating yourself of the reality that this was your truth and it really isn't. And that's the lesson that you've learned. You've learned that. 1 second. I'm gonna shuffle. Just a couple more. I'm feeling generous today. 1 second. So my hand's a little bit. There we go. Better. Okay. Yes. Now you are going to start on your journey. Now you're going to just keep yourself balanced throughout any type of chaos, and it's going to give you that level of maturity. There's going to be growth where I'm just saying this, and it's going to speak to you specifically for this particular person. You've been given a lot. I'm just saying to you, it's okay to receive. Receive the blessings, because it's a time for you to grab that cup that's going to give you that wish fulfillment. You will be fulfilled. I'm telling you. And what I'm saying to you is this: there's strength in that emotions. Love is an important and the most important emotion in the universe. But firstly, before you can love anyone else, you must love yourself. And that's when you can really, truly love someone. It's first loving yourself. I go by name the Sorcerer. Love, peace, and light. And I'm out.
Sorcerer.